Thousands of people had gathered near the Sea of Galilee to hear Jesus speak. Men, women, and children had walked miles just to listen to his words of hope and truth. They came seeking wisdom, healing, and comfort. But as the day went on, a problem arose. A problem that seemed impossible to solve. As the day wore on, hunger began to spread among the crowd. The disciples looked at the thousands of people and realized the gravity of the situation. How could they possibly feed everyone? They had only 5 loaves of bread and 2 small fish, not even a fraction of what was needed. They turned to Jesus, worry etched on their faces. "Master," they said, "it is already late. Send them away so they can go buy food for themselves." But Jesus had something else in mind. Jesus looked upon the crowd, and instead of sending them away, he felt deep compassion for them. He saw their hunger, their fatigue, and their longing for hope. He knew that their need was greater than food. They needed a miracle, a sign of God's power and provision. Turning to the disciples, he said, "You give them something to eat." The disciples were astonished, whispering to each other, "But Lord, we have only 5 loaves and 2 fish." Jesus took the 5 loaves and 2 fish. He looked up to heaven and gave thanks, blessing the food. Then he began to break it and hand it to his disciples to distribute to the people. What happened next was beyond understanding. The small portions of bread and fish kept multiplying. Everyone in the crowd received enough to eat, every man, woman, and child. The little they had was turned into abundance. The people were amazed. They had never seen anything like it before. They had watched their hunger disappear in front of their eyes, their doubts replaced with awe and wonder. When all had eaten, the disciples collected 12 baskets of leftovers, more than they had started with. This was a miracle not just of food, but of God's love, power, and care for his people. This story teaches a profound lesson. Even when our resources seem small, God can make them more than enough. When we trust him, he multiplies our efforts, our time, and our gifts in ways we cannot imagine. The disciples saw firsthand that faith requires action. They had to distribute the food, even when it seemed impossible. God works through those who obey him and take steps of faith, no matter how small. How often do we face situations that seem impossible? Financial struggles, emotional hardships, or challenges that make us feel helpless? This story reminds us that with faith, no obstacle is too big. Jesus did not perform the miracle alone. He involved his disciples, and he wants to involve us too. When we trust him and step forward in faith, the impossible becomes possible. The miracle of the 5 loaves and 2 fish is not just a story about food. It is a story about hope, trust, and God's abundant provision. It tells us that even in scarcity, God can provide more than enough. So next time you feel there isn't enough, remember this story. Put your trust in God. Take the small resources you have and offer them with faith, and watch as he turns it into a miracle. If this story inspired you, please subscribe to our channel for more powerful Bible stories and lessons. Share this video with someone who needs hope today. And remember, with faith, nothing is impossible. God bless you.